Here is an introduction for a beat composer for DADA machines kit, which is using solenoids. And basically it is a software which allows you to come up with various beats very fast. But what I would like to start with is the accent control, which is basically controlling the the strength of the heat of solenoid. So let's start with that bass drumish thing there. I'm just gonna turn it on. Solo. So as you can see, it's just playing the pattern here, and what this knob doing is it's sending it different strength messages. So if I turn it off, for example, it will be sounding different. Oh. You see now, it's the same strength. If I turn this knob, I'm going to be changing the strength of the hit. And basically, what this step sequencer does is it's changing the strength of the hit in time, which makes it possible to, have a dynamic control over the solenoid in a very stressless way, as usual. So yeah, apart from that, I mean, there are two master sections which are dedicated to the accent. Basically, in each channel, this section represents the accent control, and this is just the sequencer control, which sending the MIDI notes. So all these master controls, they are controlling all the knobs at once. So if I turn the speed, all the channels gonna be affected by that. And these buttons, like toggles, are basically you have this record button which randomizes either the drum sequencer or accents controls for all sequencers. So if I want to randomize them, and I want the speed modified, the smooth parameter modified, or the number of steps modified, then I want to enable those buttons. If I don't want to touch it, I just switch them off, and they don't affect. The same is with the drum sequencer. So if you want the swing to be applied when you randomize the patterns, then you enable this green button toggle. And then if you don't want to, then you just disable it. Also, I need to say that in accent master section, you have this momentary button, which basically, if you press it, then if your step sequencers are off, then it will just send one-off random message to this strength. So you can, it's basically for constant strength randomization. Also here actually you have random accent strength range. The way it works is basically the duration of MIDI notes constantly changing in time with these step sequencers. The longer the MIDI note, the harder the hit is. So this slider here the random accent strength range. It's basically sending, it's a range of random node durations which are attached to each of these step sequencers. And also you can compose new beats with the push of the button, really. This big record button is randomizing everything, drum sequencers and also strength accent sequencers. And here is how it works. And this random node speed range is basically if you want all the drum sequences to be pretty slow, you select the low range. And then you randomize, and you see they're pretty slow. Well, if you want them a little bit faster. Or if you want them super fast, that was super fast. Needless to say, you can sync it to any DAW or hardware if you want to, but you need a computer to use it so far. That's, I think, about it, really.